There is no shortage of information telling you about things you shouldn't say in your job interview. But I feel like there's a lot less information about things that you should say that's going to make you come off as an appealing candidate. In today's video, I'm going to give you 9 things that every recruiter, every HR person, and every hiring manager want to hear you say in a job interview. That way, you can say it. Let's go. Now, the first thing you want to make sure you're conveying in your interview is how you can help them, right? So that's not a sentence per se, but every job description is a problem, right? It is an issue. They don't have a person to do the job. Software is not getting written. Things are not being produced. Ideas are not coming out. So when you look at a job description, all the different competencies, the things they want you to do on a day-to-day basis, those are problems, and you as a candidate need to show them how you are in position to solve them. So you want to talk about the different things you've done, the different technologies, as they align with the job description. Your whole interview, part of it should be showing them how you solve their problem being they don't have a person for the seat right now. The next thing that all hiring managers want to hear is about how you're a team player and the combination of you're someone who doesn't need direction. Now, these are 2 very different things, but they're personality traits that virtually every hiring manager is looking for. In 13 years of recruitment, I have never heard a hiring manager say to me, Ben, I'm looking for somebody who is a bad team player. Nobody wants that. So giving examples about how you've worked in a team before or how you've mentored more junior people in your field, space, or industry is a strong way to show you were a great teammate. And in terms of not needing much direction and being able to work without that oversight or hand-holding, that is another strong thing all hiring managers want you to say. I can't tell you how many times in 13 years a hiring manager has said to me, Ben, I don't have time to hold someone's hand, right? So you want to be talking about how some of your skills and competencies is being able to do self-guided or self-directed work, because they're going to find that appealing. All hiring managers want to know that if they put someone in the seat, that person is going to be off to the races. So talk about your quick ramp up or how familiar you are with the industry and in the role and how you feel that in very short notice or very short order, you'd be able to ramp up and be functioning as a turnkey member of the team. That is something they are all looking to hear. Now, similar to that is, I know how to do this job. Every single job description has a list of skills that they want somebody to have. So it should be pretty clear that you, as a candidate, should show them that you have those skills, you can do those things, and if they hire you, you are going to be able to fill that gap. Being able to go through and say, this job sounds very familiar and it's very similar to a job I've done in the past. These are all skills I have and I feel very confident in being able to come in and execute this role. Just that is a check the box, check the box, check the box. This person is qualified, they can do this, and believe me, all hiring managers, they want to hear that, they want to know that, and they want to feel that when they're interviewing a candidate. The next thing they're all looking to hear is I am driven and passionate about the work. I've actually received a lot of pushback in the past from this. A lot of people have said, Ben, well, I'm not passionate about it. I'm passionate about getting a paycheck and I'm passionate about feeding my family. Granted. But you're in competition. When you interview for a role, you are interviewing against other candidates. And I can guarantee you, not every other candidate is going to be talking to that hiring manager with the mindset, I don't care about this, I care about a paycheck. And you are at a significant disadvantage if those other candidates are talking about how they're passionate about the work or how they find the work they do motivating and exciting to them. But you, by contrast, are just there going, yep, I can do this. I'm not super passionate about it, but I am qualified. That's not as appealing. If you want to compete for a great job, and all jobs are competitive, but really great jobs are really competitive, you need to demonstrate passion for the role. Trust me on that. The next thing they want to hear is, I want this job. And the way you say that can be done in many, many ways. You can talk about how much you've always admired the company or how this role is a great fit for what you want to be doing in your career. Or it could be, man, I'm really interested in this role. I can't wait to hear back from you. Different things like that. But what you don't want is you don't want a hiring manager leaving your interview not knowing that you want the job. Now, trust me, I know it's a balance because you're probably trying to establish leverage so that you can negotiate a stronger offer. But here's the reality. No offer is coming if they don't think you're interested in the role and they're not compelled to move forward with you. So you have to make sure they know you are interested in the role and that you want to pursue it. The next thing that all hiring managers, HR, and recruiters want to hear when you're interviewing is, what I learned in my research about your organization was blank. What you were doing there in a nine words is you're letting them know that you cared. You cared enough to go do research. You cared enough to prepare. You cared enough to learn about the company prior to sitting down to this meeting. You didn't just hop on your laptop, open up the Zoom app, and start talking to someone. You prepared, you put time in. What does this tell them about you? Well, it tells them that you're interested in the role, but it also tells them that you're the type of person who prepares for things that are important. And that is just a great quality to have. The next thing that they're all looking to hear is some sort of value alignment statement. I've talked about this before on how to show them you're a culture fit, or how to show them that you're in a strong value alignment. But it is so easy to look on their website and see that one of their values is servanthood or excellence, and say, one of the things that really resonated with me when I was doing my research is that one of your core values is excellence. I hold myself to a high standard when I work, and excellence is something I try to turn in every single day. So I was really, really excited to see that we have that in common. So easy, but think about the impact that has on the hiring manager hearing that. Wow, this person is already in strong value alignment with me. Not only are they qualified, not only have they done the job, not only do they seem to be a good candidate, but they're already a good culture fit, already good value alignment. I know that culture fit can sometimes be a slippery slope, and you can sometimes culture fit yourself into an echo chamber, but the reality is, if you want to be competitive as a candidate, it behooves you to show them that you are in strong value alignment. The next thing that all hiring managers want to hear is, one of the things I am doing outside of work to better my skill set is blank, right? So that could be a number of things. If you're in software development, you can talk about one of the other languages you're learning as a hobby to make your understanding of programming more broad and complete. You could talk about, if you're a salesperson, how you're reading books outside of work that are sales focused, that are negotiation, networking focused. That's another thing you can do. If you're talking about any role, but you're going and you're getting your MBA, that could be one of the things you mentioned. But every single hiring manager is going to find it appealing if you can share with them that you are doing things outside of the role to continue to grow, learn, and improve yourself. Trust me, it's a huge plus. If you can demonstrate that, if you can show that, if you can showcase it, you want to do it. Then the next thing they want to hear is something along the lines of this. In my recent job, they measured our performance by blank. And by this metric, over the last 6, 9, 12 months, I was always number 1, 2, or 3 in my department of blank. What you're basically saying is, in my last job, this was the metric, and I was always one of the top performers. Trust me when I say there isn't a hiring manager out there that doesn't want to know they're interviewing someone who is a top performer. And it is fine to go ahead and tell them that. In my interviews, when I interview people for my team, I'm going to ask them what metrics they're measured against. And then I go, well, how did you do relative to your peers? And do you know why I ask that? I ask that because I'm hoping this person is a top performer. Well, every other hiring manager is also hoping that. So if you can find a way to bring this up in the conversation, there's plenty of questions in which they open the door for you to share this information. It absolutely behooves you to share it. Now this video is done, but I want you to watch this video. This video is how to get a job in 6 minutes. What I do here is I break down the 6 most important minutes of every single interview, and I teach you to absolutely crush them. This is a great video. You're gonna take a lot away from this, but this right here, if you combine these 2 videos, you are absolutely setting yourself up for success. So make sure you go watch that video now. You got this.